Hi everyone, welcome to the very first Groovy Golf video. I've created this channel because I love playing golf, and for the last few years I've been hanging around a handicap of about 11, and I really want to try and improve on that. So I'm hoping that creating this content and reviewing my rounds will give me the incentive I need to get out on the course more and improve. Currently I play with a social club which plays fortnightly in and around Sydney. The problem with that is if I do miss a game, that's a whole month where I'm not playing golf. Very hard to be consistent or improve if you're playing that amount. So here for my first course vlog, I'm at Campbelltown Golf Club in southwestern Sydney. Driver here on the first, which is par 4. Get great contact there. I usually aim up the left hand side because my natural shot shape is a fade, but I hit that one dead straight. It's been raining a lot here in Sydney and you can see the rough here is really lush. I just get that bit behind the ball and hit it a bit fat. I've got an interesting lie here. It's uphill against the grain, so I can't really get under the ball, and I've just done this little stabby chip and get great contact. I actually really flirts with the hole and nearly went in. Nice little testing one here to get up and down on the first, which goes in, so great to start with a par. Usually takes me a couple of holes to get going, so happy with that. The next par 4, you can take driver over those bunkers, but I'll go the safe play with a nice 3-wood straight down the middle. You can see a lot of trouble on the right, so it's just a safe play. Downhill lie here with a pitching wedge. I actually just get this one out the toe and it sprays right, but luckily I've got enough on it that I get over the hazard. Now this is the real problem with my game, which is my short game. It's just not up to scratch, and you can see here I just don't hit this one hard enough, and I'm left putting from off the green, and I just don't hit this putt hard enough either. So not the best camera angle. This is the first time I've ever recorded one of my rounds, so still learning about the best locations with the camera to get the best view. But nice little putt in there, I get that for bogey. Next hole's par 5. It is reachable in 2 if you get a good drive away, which I do. I've gone up the right hand side. You can see the fairway slopes from right to left, but I just get caught up in this rough and not a very good camera angle, but the ball was well above my feet, so I've aimed out right, but it just doesn't turn over as much as I thought. But I'm pin high for an eagle putt. Had an old hole right in front of me, right on my line, and there was nothing I could do about that. And you can see here the ball was tracking right on line. I think if it didn't take that bobble, I think it would have gone in, but with that I know the line, so I got a nice easy little tap in from a birdie, which is good. First par 3, it's pretty short, but there's water at the front, and you can see the wind is really starting to pick up now, and it's right into it. I clubbed up, probably should take another club. This landed just short, just on the green, and then rolled back. And you see I've got an awkward stance here up against the wall. I really wanted that chip to land just on the green, but it just lands short. Another, I've got an 8-foot putt here to get up and down for par, which I do, which is good. Now here's where the problem started. Not a good drive here, but you see that path up ahead. As I'm walking along there, my tripod falls off my buggy and the little clip thing that my phone attaches to breaks. So I've got to try and find a way just to rest my phone on the supports for the legs, and this is how it goes. And I'm not thinking here. I try and do a silly little punch out and hit a tree, and here I'm trying to do a low draw off a bad lie, and so my mind's just not on my golf game here. I was actually even considering just packing up and going home, really frustrated with what happened with the camera. So, and I also had a group behind me catching up, and I'm fiddling with this camera, so I didn't want to ruin their round either. So, and I just had a nice straight putt here, to try and get it for double bogey, and I missed that. So, just not in the right headspace, and just happy to get off this hole with a triple. The next par 3, I'm still not thinking straight. I had the wind right behind me. I hit 8 iron. I probably should have only hit pitchy wedge because I've gone way over the back. I've played out the hole, and when I turn around, my phone's fallen off the tripod, so I didn't get any of that footage. But here's how it panned out. I had a wedge shot, which came up short. I then had a 7-meter putt, which I left short, and then there's my customary tap in for bogey. The next is a par 5. It's a 3-shot par 5 because it's a real sharp dogleg right, and you can see the tree's really narrow in the fairway there, and it's you've got to get a really precise drive. So I've gone hybrid in case I hit a bad shot, which I did, but I can still hit a layup to pretty much about the same distance as I would have if I did hit it in the middle of the fairway. Now I got a blind shot here. I've walked up, and here's where I think the target is. But in reality, this is where the target is. And like, I'm walking up there thinking I've hit a great shot, but I'm well left. And then another bad chip here. Just didn't accelerate through the ball in the thick rough, and it lands short. Take this putt here. I actually read it to go left straight away, even before it hit the green, but it just didn't quite do that. And it just rolls out. I actually had good pace on that. And just another one from this distance to clean up for bogey. One of the good things about reviewing my round is, when I do hit a bad shot, I can actually see, and review what happened. So here I hit a bad tee shot, and I could just see I don't bring my weight forward, and I sort of get a bit unbalanced. And like, this one wasn't a fade, this one just went straight right into the trees and got a little punch out. I was trying to punch it up maybe about 50 metres short of the green, but I just nailed this out of the middle of this 6-iron, and you can see by my reaction I'm a bit astounded that it's actually made up right next to the green. And another chip, which I just don't give it enough, it bobbles on the fringe and just makes it up to the green. Another lengthy uphill putt here. Hit this one pretty well, got some bobbles, but probably still wasn't hard enough to get to the hole. And that's the thing with my putting today. Everything was short, but everything was on line. That's what was frustrating. So on the 9th here, we've got elevated tee, but right into the wind. I get a really good tee shot away, but it just holds up the wind, doesn't quite get the distance. And this fairway does slope from left to right. Ball a bit below my feet. I have clubbed up here because of the wind, but as soon as you get up there, the wind just takes it and drops it down the short of the green. And it's just frustrating here watching another one of these chips just not get the distance, and doesn't even make the green. It's starting to get frustrating. Actually hit this putt really well. I read it to turn a bit more from right to left, but it just coasts up next to the hole, and another tap in bogey. So there's the front 9, done and dusted. So 7 over. Just that stretch, that 5th hole, really lost my concentration there, and probably the 6th and 7th. Only 2 fairways, 1 green of regulation, but 14 putts. So pretty happy with the putting, but it'd be great to get some more on the fairway and some more on the greens. So now we go to the back 9. Just a little dog leg right here, and get another good one out down the middle. The thing is, with all the rain, the fairways were so soft, the ball was just plugging as soon as it hit, so it wasn't really running out. So a lot of them were the drives are a lot shorter than I'd like, and once again I just get this one a bit fat, so it doesn't quite make the distance. Another chip, got great contact there, landed it right, like in the right line that I wanted to, because you can see it all slopes from left to right, but once again too short. And I just told myself I'm not leaving this putt short, and I got a good roll on it. It just broke right at the hole, which I didn't read, and I got another one of these putts from this distance for bogey. Had some clown walking down the middle of the fairway here on the course, and after yelling at him a few times, I decided I'm just going to hit it, and he moved quick, smart, and really got a good one down there in the middle. Tough hole, this one. It's really tough approach shot. You can see the massive green in front of a massive bunker in front of the green, and trouble right, which is where I go. I just sprayed this one out the toe. Nearly gave up looking for it, but eventually found it plugged in this long grass. And with the chip shot here, the club face just gets caught up and turns, and the ball sprays out to the right, but I'm up on the green. I thought I hit this putt really well. I read it just to turn at the end and creep in the right hand side, but it just didn't turn as much as I thought. So another little tap in for bogey. There's par 3 here. You can see everything slopes from left to right. I really should have tried to take up the left hand side, but I've gone straight for the pin and just got a bit too much fade on it, and it hits the downslope and rolls down into the rough. I'm pretty happy with the way that I hit this chip, but because of the lie, I didn't get any spin on it, and it just releases and goes past the hole. But I make sure to pay attention about the roll after it passes the hole, so I can see the read coming back, and I was pretty confident with this one. Just had to get the pace right, and it's probably the best putt I hit all day. So really happy to get that up and down for a much needed par. Par 5 next, and you can see once again it's one of these ones that the tree's narrow in the middle of the fairway. So if you do get it in the middle, you can reach in two, but I spray this one a little bit too far right, and I'm in the thick rough. I got lucky here. I hit this one pretty thin, and it just went straight through that tree. Didn't touch a single leaf, so I was lucky there. I've left myself a pitch in about 80 metres. Just didn't get this one clean enough, and it did land on the front of the green, but then it spun back off. And of course, I'm not that confident with my chipping. I take the putter here, and I just get a really big bounce on the fringe, which really slows it down. But once again, I don't think it was ever going to make it. So I've got a testing putt here for par, and after that best putt of the day on the hole before, I hit my worst putt of the day here. This one was I just pushed it straight off the club face. It was never going to go in. And then another little tap in for bogey. Moving on to a par 3 next. We've got water left, bunkers right, big green, and the pin was right at the front. I probably should take an extra club just to get it back there. And it lands pin high, and it lands in the bunker. Because of all the rain, the bunkers aren't in place, so I get a free drop, and just trying to land this one just on the green, and once again it's just short of the green. So still got a little testing putty for par. I didn't read this one right. I read it as straight, and it just turned at the end. Once again, another little tap in for bogey. Next hole, par 4, we got big sloping right to left fairway, and I hit the best drive of the day. Actually, that ball flight was perfect, and it's right straight bang in the middle. You'll see here how severe this ball is above my feet. I am out the right for the natural draw, get good contact, but it just stays straight, so didn't get the draw at all. But I'm pin high with a birdie putt. I think looking at this camera angle now, I didn't read it as being so uphill. I didn't realise that, so I've left that one short. It was right on line, and yeah, that is frustrating, happening all the time. But I'm in for par, which is good. The next hole, it's a drivable par 4, but you got water long, bunker short, hazard right. So I've just gone the smart play and put a hybrid up there, and it just leaks out to the right, and I end up in the right rough. Ball above my feet again, so I aim out right, but it just goes dead straight. So, but I'm on the green in regulation, which is a rarity today. Pretty confident with this read, but once again, just leaving it short. So at least we're getting these online. These little tap-ins, I'm pretty confident which direction it's going. So easy tap in here for par. The other thing about Campbelltown is you've seen all the elevation changes. It's a really tough walk. Right now, my legs feel like jelly. They're burning. And this was just a lazy swing. And I just pushed it right. Ends up in the bunker again, but I get a free drop. With this pitch, I expected to hit that downslope on the other side of the bunker and release, but it actually just checks and stops. So got another long putt for par. And I remember this one, I just put this down to exhaustion. I'm just really tired here and pretty sick of leaving all the putts short. So a little testing one here to try and get in for bogey, which I can do. On to the last. You can see water up the left-hand side, and the fairway opens up on the right. So pretty confident just to let rip here for the last tee shot of the day, and I hit a really good one right up the middle. Just got 60 metres into this pin, and when I hit this, I think this is all over the hole, really happy, but you can see by my reaction, I'm a bit confused when it lands short. So I've gone the putt here, big sweeping right to left, and you see all the bumps and bobbles it takes. It was never going to get there. And once again, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel for this round, and I'm tired, and I just don't give this putt the respect it deserves, and I'll just pull it. I just still tap in for bogey. So there it is, the first round. It was quite enjoyable. I ended up 13 over. Once again, just that incident with the tripod on hole 5, really scrambled my brain, and it took me a while to get back on track. But that back nine was a lot better. 4 fairways, 2 greens in regulation, and 17 putts. So 31 putts all up. Pretty happy with that. 16 of 14 fairways is probably not good enough, even though like a few of those, the tee shots, they were just off the fairway, like the first, the third, the 16th, so a bit unlucky there. And I complain about my short game, which is the worst part of my game. But in saying that, my approach shots weren't good enough. I wasn't hitting the greens in regulation, so I needed to rely on my chipping, which isn't the best. So if my approach shots were hitting the green a bit more, and the way my putting was, which was really good, I probably would have scored a lot better. But in the end, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the filming process. I enjoyed the editing process. So I'm hoping that that you guys enjoyed it. If you have come all this way, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll get some more content out there, and I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye.